Abushan for mon fan chemi. Now me set up near internet was me setting up for fro. Intino minim say mo di odos no kombesa aba bedi mechi. Intino ye set record ni street. Yen twaso emre no ebi ahyegu but moma yen twaso na yen koyenim ti wa on sabe ka feed no na wa share memo wani ha ho kra inti evidence no me de bet show ha sei inti wa baso no me share page no na free afoforo ma omomra so unsa ka feed no a share fa afoforo ebra so menim say Munya feed no Loud Silence Media no. Yeah, menim say mother sunya feed no Loud Silence Media. Share na enko baby a was obi akọ. De odum ni TV no esan say ofi se me nsan ma no. Me nua akọ friend say omra no ometna so na ye bibie ensem ni mu. Amamo. Nti mesre mo mbesenya me feed no. Inti wa wabaso no say na me the evidence no ebe to ho de ama wo emre ne ko inti me ma me kasa no enye bibre senya wonso benya kwan ye de abamu bi inti ye ko yenim no entempa no mo me yenhyase aha you see no yeah, more share Loud Silence Media and menya signal and say a call life into no me there because in same way na me be kano. Me nua Kevin Taylor enra no obeyi document bi kire ye de video evidence. Omo say omo o di GhanaCard ehye omo nsemu a ehu hia ese interchange no. Na mehu enioma bi ewo internet ne so. Let me brush it through. Share enye important, but ekwan bi so no eye important. Adintia. Akwa bi Ghana ho ye friend Kofi Adoma. Ye hu se odi Mahama ba eho feo se Mahama ba twerk na de se eye evidence se ye Mahama ba a ye friend Farida no ono no ye sade na. No concrete evidence. Asemu abeto ho a omohu se baomia adi nkwasi asemu a ye ka no omo kofa nkwasi asem edi ababese mu adwen medi yedi kan ka kyeremo debia Kevin Taylor ka kyeremo debia enkoto ka kyeremo minuanom monhwe nkoofo no amudi wo machi wo internet ne so no monhwe wo mu yi we eye nkrato na medi famu Debiano, omo ayo omo adwen se omo tribalism no omo tribal bigotry no enyoma fun ena omo didi akire sene ibeyi wa adwen free politics koso so ene nyoma boni a politician bi ebe hye wo bo a omo nye na edaduru ho se ukubucha accountability a wa hu se wo adwen mu oha nti no no akofa nyoma funu no de abeje wa adwen aboso mesi ye yaba ye internet messiahs Facebook messiahs ye beje wafri abusua ene man kontonchi emu ene gobe enyom no ame boy ya ansa na me kono amasaba no gobe nyom na ame boy no na gobe na oji ahiafo oji ayarefo ene gobe ukogina ho kro na ni 15 Ghana cedis a untimi ndi gobe e ma wakoma ento yem nene womo a omodi bo womo ho safo hene Kevin Taylor the document abetre margin for no a omo ne abandada John Dramani Mahama tena sign contract say omo nye into GhanaCard na emeye krabehwe no a enkofo bi say omo na omo de GhanaCard aba no me the video evidence betre say without a data center no you can never have a GhanaCard. Entimi nua wa woti UK o se woti Dubai a oni na me internet ne so a o se wo de anka wo benya the baumia kan a intellectual discourse say GhanaCard ehu hia esi infrastructure isan se wo ti Dubai intino GhanaCard ehu hia esi infrastructure na mo na ya na mo ma ye ka kyerem se mo ye nkwasiafo no ye be ka kyerem abra ye ntu sebi isan se wo ukowo UK abonten so ukowo Canada abonten so a enye GhanaCard ne ye de wo yere ne to so ana ye de wo oba ne to so je wawo se Kolebu ebenya strong database kra na e wo se Kolebu in the first place no hospital no eye kra behwe the physical infrastructures na esisi ho no e wo se edimu ansana watimi atake even proper data emre bi we betchem the difference between digitalization and digitization. There are two different words and there are two different processes, but they work together. One precedes the other. One comes before the other. And which one comes first? Digitization comes first. And digitization simply means that you have a paper and you have names of your students on the paper. That is analog data. What you want to do is that you want to make the running of your school so simple for you. So what you do is you want to move the analog data onto a digital format. That is what we call digitization. Converting analog information into digital information or into electronic base. Enti se utimi ede enkrani di ane a good notebook mu anase ledger book a wo record nyoma wo mu no se wo move no from the ledger no na wo de record the digital form of the ledger na that particular instant you have digitized. Digitalization, the one with the lization comes where the digitized information, they change information from the analog to the digital format. It prepares some kind of a leverage as a springboard for you to make your daily living easy and simple. Because what to me at the analog data no o ko hwehwe din a this o flip pages na sa ansa no akoto din no but o de begu Excel so a o pe Kofi Mensah. Once you have arranged the names in Excel in an alphabetical order no, you only have to key in the initials of the name ebia Kofi Mensah. No abo Kofi, then all Kofis will come, followed by all Kofi with Mensahs, followed by with what did they mention I say? So instead of you to waste like 5-10 minutes to flip pages, no, you only at a click can reach Kofi Mensah's data with ease. That is what we call digitalization. So you base your economy on digitized information to make the economy run smoothly. That is purely what we call digitalization. But without the digitized format, no, you cannot progress or proceed toward the next level, which is the digitalization. So without the physical infrastructure, no, and before one could change the analog information about the student into digital formats, no, you need to buy the school computers. You need to have internet connection. You need to get yourself computer desk, mouse, keyboard, whether ergonomic keyboard or foldable keyboard or flexible keyboard, whatever keyboard you deem it fit to make your work easy, you buy. So you need a physical infrastructure now. Your friend, computers, printers, and what have you, scanners, eno na wo hia enti say new entrance new students eba instead say obe tro ho no because now you have your keyboard, you have your system unit, you have your monitor, you have your computer set up already. What you do is that you just use your fingers and then you type in the names. Enti wo say why a digitalization abra won to computers, abra won koye internet connectivity, abra won to computer desk, abra won to all those facilities are ebeboa ama enyoma etimi aye adwuma no. Then what are you talking about? Namunti hwe eneon mi bebe bo videos bi di atremo munti ade first video yebe o ni nyine ba bisia ti de Mahama kan ye hwe on say yatro inauguration of Accra Digital Center video we ye bre yansa ne ye kwotwe apiaba we will be phone kra no di twae eni yakoyi di aba no ati nsem ni bia.
We've recently established the National Data Center, which is an essential part of the e-government infrastructure. The National Data Center is what the Minister of Communications was referring to, and we shall soon have the opportunity to commission it. This National Data Center is deemed to be the largest in West Africa. It will aid in the promotion of the integrated use of ICT to improve efficiency and transparency in governance and business. And it will also facilitate storage, management, and dissemination of data for both public and private use. Only recently, I inaugurated the Eastern Corridor Fiber Optic Backbone Project, which is to serve over 120 communities along the routes from Ho to Boko, with a link from Yendi to Tamale. Overall, 808.35 kilometers of fiber optic cable was laid. The fiber optic cable has also been extended to the University of Health and Allied Sciences in the Volta region. And as I've said in the past, the project will eventually open up the Eastern Corridor to the people. The commissioning of this Accra Digital Center this evening is as much about highlighting the strides made in the ICT sector as it is about a major boost to job creation in Ghana. The completion and opening of this facility will further enhance Ghana's drive for knowledge-led socioeconomic growth by focusing on increasing employment in the IT-enabled services sector. I see
Minia, you interest because videos no also. Videos ye be uploaded their mama. One who say all can the fiber optic cables way 2016 nana all can ansem we now. But na ya tutu nsem gu asum wo Kumasi, ya tutu nsem gu asum wo Accra. Enti no de na ekoso nyina no enkofo no be ka kire wo se eye Photoshop enso Accra Digital Center hono no ene ogina ho a wo sense the data center enti okojeje GhanaCard information nyina na odi ase obutum na de na Accra bonten so ana ba umia bejira na oka digitalization bia mu busa ne se digitalization no oba ye no de be physical infrastructure no waye de be physical infrastructure a waye and no e anko sa digitalization no. Without digitization you cannot digitalize the economy. Nene, me see videos no. Ye won chapo ene gu ho. Mo nhwe another video bi ye wo hemfa. Video no kura wen. Ade we na wo senka me mamuti ba bi baako. Hwe aha sei sa video ya me boy se me bot so aso na utie ya. Ebe kwa akodru ba bi no. or catch and say, I mean, he says, many as a document now, US aid, United States, US aid for more publication, more year. US aid, away. I'm saying, I think so. Yeah, I know, but the start no or her baby. When you are watch him on Facebook, no, on share page, no, for mommy. Me say a nipa be no, a who video, no, into like a video, na share page, no. Why, hey, US aid. Yes, US aid for a site. Okohwa obehu sa document we say eda honom. Directionally challenge friends say yeah, na oka e kan fa Ghana address systems near ade no. Into Okohwa 2012 and omo publishes ade we say me per the exact way no they are send e they are to their mama but o de yenko enim me bo videos ni bi ntino ye ko enim no me de beto no ma chechensi media cheo yenti video we so
we commenced the construction of a new medical school, University of Ghana Teaching Hospital. We established the University of Energy and Natural Resources. We also established the University of Health and Allied Sciences. Parliament has passed the bill for the University of Environment and Sustainable Development. This is the Eastern Region University, which is going to be based in Somanya with campuses in various parts of the Eastern Region. One of the campuses will be in the Afram Plains. It will be a campus focusing on agriculture. 5 new district hospitals approved for Somanya, Buipe, Sola, Tuna, Kalba, Tolong, and Feta. It's not Feta. And then 5 polyclinics in the Upper West region, which are Babile, Lambuse, Ko, Han. 5 polyclinics in the Northern region, Pandai, Tatale, Janga, Cherponi, and Karga. 5 polyclinics in the Western region, Wasa, Dunkwa, Bogoso, Nswem, Mpoho, Elubo. 5 polyclinics in Bronga, Afon, Krankwanta, Wemfie, Kwetre, Techimentia, and Boma. An additional 5 polyclinics in the Greater Accra region at Adenta, Ashaman, Botiano, Oduman, and Sege. The sword has been cut for these ones. They've just started. And the Central region alone is receiving 10 new polyclinics. At Bisiasi, Goma, Daurampong, Bimpong, Akufunde, HC, Sunkwa, Asikuma, Jamina, Agona Duakwa, Brewa, Ekonfin Nakwa, Tifo Atimokwa, Gomwa Potsen. A new polyclinic to be built at Bamboy, and this is my constituency. In our next term in office, we are building an additional 20 polyclinics in Ashanti region, in Volta, Eastern, and Upper East regions. And actually, there's so much.
There's indeed so much. You see, my main fan to has he. Na min biemu kakra. Hwe, the enti amibo video we no. Say obi a vice president no be katre wo say. Ono de o mano infrastructure. Ompe ni mo pe GhanaCard. Na kenufuriata yare ya okoye na akoma ho yi no GhanaCard ne sa na yare ye. Wahu enyoma we ne highlight na oye 2016 about the manifesto no any achievement no aye Ghana for yante sa polyclinics are okay no baby obebo bia 5 no all you enye se na afi no obeye na oye eno san ka se Ghana for man kwan na osan starting administration 2017 ekwa obesensi polyclinics maako 20 edi aka ho minu fantofo onwa aba amokoto ye 2016 no 2020 mo san koto ye no mo san busa se mo pe hospital maako 10 na no wo si amamo no e na akufo ado amana kan wura mo ho no me san bebo hwe me se akwa we say wotano a wanim ne begu ase o mind to say Ghana die hia ye GhanaCard ye GhanaCard abra Ghana Post enya dwuma ye GhanaCard abra ye new proper roads na menua okay ye GhanaCard digitize economy and obi a order pizza so on family ni fie dispatch riders e dey ba e kwan na dey ba hono enye ateche nko na apa dispatch rider no wapa no atofom ya ye GhanaCard body aba ebusu ogoso ebro aba ebusu afam please any seche dumase body ani ye de begu GhanaCard so eni aba market center se obi kasa na de me ya ne se ababa wa bia nanse mi twa ne video a okoyeye ewo a friend say University of Ghana Medical Center a mi twa ne video ni bi e de to ho a me de tse Ghana fo ono no okotwa asade ne de wantimi amfa credit amfa ama onipa oda sonda yese yensi medical center sa emfama University of Ghana na eho no no wi school no na ubusan say that time no ko school na so owo eguafo hall no na sa hospitals we bi ho and this thing was going to be replicated on almost all the public universities na Ghana no go to KNUST and go and see the KNUST hospital. It doesn't fit. KNUST say or be medicine or not yet ni proper hospital or teaching hospital and I say practical hospital or honum. And then on the internet and so yeah you say not dear. So yeah intellectual discourse no a ye GhanaCard no and ono dear ye priority. What kwasya nyansa na wuni oti UK and Dubai abonten so enti no you would think say uhia GhanaCard because enobema economy ni mu abie. Who told you say GhanaCard na ma economy emu bie? Development no baako enko nya baako o say with your priority ni GhanaCard enti no you have stopped all other stuff. E car kwine koso, hospital si nkoso. Na we GhanaCard no. Na yetimi say kwadwo mensa wote asafo. Ebia bibi eho na wote. Oko hospital a na se hospital no. Doctors eni edan papa a omutimu. Ti said the Kolebu medical surgical ward no. Ebubu apansama tete no. Was what digitize the economy no. Enti nipa ne ba no abeda hospital ne nsuo tobo no ade abi kura GhanaCard enti opemfo a okwa yekoje na wo no oda hospital bed so ene nsuo pram no unim nyansa na wo kasa asem we because umu ene wa adwini wutirimu no oye NPP ni enti the vice president be kan say nyansa simo say nye de yo o na wo be kire nyansa sem say Now vice president no on the economics or say Parkwesindum. For Parkwesindum to accord the vice president say baby a Ghana do the near Baumia or Bodam. Anasa Mufi say a bet na yeke Kufuado asem no. We understand leadership better than a Kufuado. Me Ametiano, I understand leadership better than Ekufuado. Ekufuado's understanding of leadership was what? Kleptocracy. Steal the money from the people, go and hide it in offshore account. This is purely kleptocracy. You steal the people's money, you go and hide it in a tax haven. Muntie, into what say? Unhia infrastructure, unhia. Nemu hia GhanaCard. NPP fwe akamu 2 years mon supply GhanaCard mo bia. Because a man 40 ti akwantu mu catch mu nuanom say GhanaCard ho won fa so sing thousands of interchanges. Now GhanaCard shubotum na afi wusu koye business na GhanaCard no wa order ade na be 3 hours because of say road network e wo man mu nyini nti no yentimi deliver onyoma na. You understand, say, some things precede some other things. My Jimmy na moti o mani mu. Eni bi mu di akoti na akwantu mu. Ena tribalism, any NPP abodama di o ma dwan so say kim. Okona okotwa hospital a aban bi si ye dia, you shudder to give credit. But abanu nipa beka asemo dia no dia oye politics. When NPP talks and they think say ometimi abecha adwena omu gufu a, then people who say omo nye politics no, they talk politics. But when the thing comes and NDC aya the papa diama Ghana, they tell Ghanaians say they don't discuss politics. Mo ye nkwasiafo. And we will Mrs. Zeon. Most mo individual life. Wa wo dream say bia no wo ye Jimmy for. Because the citizens of any country no a year a synergy between 1 or 2 2 3 4 5 6 7 citizens, individual citizens no. Sorry, individuals na wo omani mu no e no mo kika bomu a omo beye region na region na be form country no. It is also obia ye ni individual ideas dia. Obia nya ni individual ideas ni ehwe say whether we will have a country. The individuals no mo kru ni mo no. Se wodwe adwen boni a we have to streamline adwen no. We have to streamline wadwen no a wodwen no. Se untumi meka se wo ye individual anti no de wo pe na abeye. Enne de am robber no de ono so obeye am robber no de ono so pe na watusu. Into obete kwan ho no abotu. Ade no de obebotu de a wo se wa ya de boni. Ono so adwen a wadwen no ni individual thoughts no. Se ono de onko ye adwuma na wo ko ye adwuma no wabeti wo kwan so no wa prepare no wa je japade no. Individuals come together to form what? A nation. When you've become a nation, you don't have individual mindset. We should have, that's what the Americans say, the American dream. They don't say the individual American's dream. They say the America, what? The dream of America is what every citizen of the United States of America is following. They will always want to project their country as the #1 country in the whole wide world. What to? Oh, individuals in the platform pen am the baye. What the audio platform pen am the baye. And the mamonki can kwasiasem na mo kan kwasiasem a. We will address you accordingly. Monty.
National Health Insurance. When the actuarial studies for the National Health Insurance were conducted, it indicated that based on the funding sources that had been identified, the National Health Insurance would last only a certain number of years. We have long since passed that period that was designated. It said that after that period, the National Health Insurance would collapse. It has not collapsed. It has even gone long beyond the period that was intended. And so, it means that we need to rework the sustainability of the National Health Insurance. And so, we're going to look for new sources of funding for...
Remember videos in the baby ho mami san nintum meba
we should have achieved universal water coverage. The projects we undertook are water supply system.
Ninia Mahama beka sembi wa hasi 2016 na akwane kase waye water system wa MPP for ko ni krom da mango na onye water system ni bi ho eno mbetu mfuturu gu ya ni se akwana nsem na oka no boa ya ko ni krom da mango enso bi ani ho na muntie asem a sa akwane kasae na Ghana for ya nte tie
Metropolitan Area Supply, Teshinungwa Seawater Desalination Plant, Asante Mampong Water Project, Chebi Water Project, and some people went to my hometown and said they don't have water. And I said, if I was a different kind of president, the water system I put in Chebi, I'd have put in my hometown. But we're selfless. All
Minia Moti asem no kan no. Also some people went to his hometown, Damango. Ebe katre Ghana for say akwane say wo ye nsu he me na mo mampon. Na mo mampon e no be commission mampon water system no. Mampon kumewu ekofa agogo no. Me wo mampon I saw it. Meni yagani. Mampon water system, I saw it. Meni yagani fili gadochi. Oh yeah. Yemfanto ho. Na munti monko swanti asem no. O say odinso ko tebi ekufadu krum ho no a he say no waye ho paradise no. Eno ka se senka oye any other president said the NPP for dwen anka enso no de koma a chebi for no. Anko de bekwa koma ni krom da mango for because tell bodam or bodam fifie or say he is not that kind of leader no kind, and indeed he is not that kind of leader. I say he would have put that water system in his own town. The water system he sent to Chebi, he would have put it in his hometown. Listen.
Parts of the country must develop. And the reason why Damango doesn't have water is because of the water table. We have drilled and it's not productive enough. And so we now have funding. We have to bring the water from almost 30 kilometers away from the Black Volta to create a new treatment plant for Damango. And so when you go to Damango and play politics with water because it is my backyard, you know, without understanding what the issues are, then it's just petty politicking. We have the Sawam Water Project, the 5 district water project, Akimoda, Kwetia, Winiba Water Project, Konongu Kumewu Kwewu, Wa Water Project, North Tongu Water Project, Nabrongo Water Project, Boku Water Project.
Wemu nyina ekoswo. Sa nyoma we a okikanye se oye yo. Now na say na akwano. Na he was being blunt. He was being too truthful. Nipa ankasa wo ka no kura biblia no kura no ansa atimi ye dey esewo. That time no, because of the pains bia I say Ghana for koda no mo sorry a onya light ne enkohwe ball ni ade ni ntino dun so kakra na ebe so ye kon no ehu abufuo nti ya nhwe de na ekoso enu nti na make say 2016 kra de say obi kodi line so to ababa Akufo-Addo a sabi ni en try Akufo-Addo modern monhweye na 2020 de wo san kodi line so to ababa Akufo-Addo a senya yare na wo trimu a ene minim esanse enyoma we nyina ekoso busa se enyoma na yewie ye jeja ama ni nyina akeke nwuram na ti de obeka so.
But we will continue with the water supply projects, and those that have been targeted are Yendi Water Supply Expansion Project, Damango Water Supply Expansion Project, Saboba Water Supply Expansion Project, and actually the names are so many I can't mention all of them. We'll provide clean drinking water to all major health and educational facilities. It means that every school and every hospital must have access to clean drinking water. With power, when you get the manifesto, you see the projects we've worked on.
Yeah, the better from Kulem Diamamo. Munti video so.
Under the Bui Dam has a component for irrigation, which covers another 11,000 hectares of land.
On say, Mahama be president no. Otiasie hu say adia ama Africa and Ghana in particular ya catch wo ye economy ni bibia ne say the physical infrastructures need how to support the modern way of doing business, commerce and what have you in the country, no, or try say this time he was going to set the base, the fundamental very right, so that we will have at least some basic infrastructure in terms of water supply for irrigation purposes, in terms of housing to help the workforce to get proper place to lay their head, to get in an area of health, putting up hospitals, because farmers will work, they may cut themselves, they may injure themselves, and they will need a modern act of the state of the art hospitals to attend. So you have to bring all these things on board and strategically implement them. So he was not doing one at the expense of the other. He was doing all in fact, he synchronized his plans for the country. So whilst the water system was going on, national register identification stuff was going on, electricity expansion was going on, water expansion was going on, education expansion, everything was working. Mobile, ye busamu bibia GhanaCard, ye busamu bibia free SHS. Muntie.
And then under the Sicily Coupon and Dhaka Valley irrigation projects, there's another 30,000 hectares of land that we can bring under irrigation. If all these are achieved, it will provide employment to all the young people in the Savannah zone. And apart from that, it will produce enough food to feed this country in terms of rice, maize, and all the cereals. And so we're going to work with SADA to achieve this. Already in this term of office, we have expanded. We currently have 29,000 hectares of land under irrigation. Several of the irrigation projects that were broken down and silted, we have revamped. Dawenya and so many of them, Via Tono, we've revamped them and brought those fields under irrigation again. We've cut the sod for new irrigation dams. When I went to Boku recently, I cut the sod for the Tamni irrigation dam, which is bringing almost another 2,000 hectares under irrigation. We're going to cut the sod for the Kamba irrigation dam, which is in the Upper West region, which we expect will bring more than 1,000 hectares under irrigation. And so we're taking advantage of irrigation. And I don't know about the one village, one dam concept, but you can see in the picture there, in the bottom right, that's an irrigation project, and so that drain you see is a canal that carries water into the fields, and then on top there, that's a major irrigation project, and then on the left, what you have is a barrage dam. When you have a stream coming, you build a barrier across it, and it holds the water back. That is a barrage dam. But then we also have what we mistakenly in the north call dams. These are small ponds or dugouts. Those ones, we use a bulldozer to just dig a hole in the ground. We use a bulldozer to dig a hole in the ground. It normally will be about the size of this banquet hall, or sometimes even smaller. And before, we used to drink from them when water was not available. But currently, with the coverage of water and the provision of boreholes and other
videos minya boche na menne me ba mo ba we nso me pe ba kubi.
We, in partnership with a private company, are building a new.
Muntie we mi nuanom a mo takwa abonten so takwafo a mokoto aba moto aba te sa abodamfo muntie wo mi nua a wo hwem nya wo takwa mani nsan akwa we kansem we nyina ye ntie ye first mistake 2016 na meka ho ma de me mfom so atomo ba mi hu se ya to aba man kwasiafo na mse me nkama no ntumu ne enkama no ntumu kyena because me ntimi nkoye mfumso se yenko try ade nhwe na me try in 2016 na sa ade me try and me hu se enya me nsan ko try the second time you wakoto aduane ne nyede gise Jimmy fo nko na obesa ade ni sika akose maame aduane ne nyede ntino santi 20 cedis agum for maame ti muntie die ntia na akwa na saase a Kumasi soup factory a eye nkruma project okoyeye commander okoyeye na o revampo to muntie aduan na ewo John Dramani Mahama ni team Ghana for mo ma ne be ye president bio a fine mo ama na me ye president bio na mo man kwasiafo we koso atenase a it's up to you mo na mo ble
ceramics factory that will produce 40 million square feet of tiles a year, so that instead of going all the way to China to bring those ceramic tiles, we'll produce those tiles locally, and so a lot of our dollars will remain here in Ghana. Of course, we've done the Commander Sugar Factory, and so we're going to do a feasibility study on all the Kwame Nkrumah era factories that, and we'll check on their viability. Those that are viable, we will partner with the private sector to bring them back on stream. And one of those that we have identified is the Aboso Glass Factory. We have received interest to revive the Aboso Glass Factory because every piece of glass we use in Ghana is imported. Our window panes, our louver blades, our bottles, beer bottles, Guinness bottles, mineral bottles, they are all imported. And yet we can manufacture some of those things here. And so factories like the Aboso Glass.
Okay. Minianum Aboso Glass Factory asemo a all kan no infa video nto ha sei John Nyamisha Aboso Glass Factory nsemo a John Mahama kan when it was in operation no na Ghana export bottles beer bottles go as far as Nigeria, Ivory Coast in the sub-region. Do you unim the entire Nkrumah ye say opeso industrialize Africa and Ghana and tentem no. Nkrumah hunyanse ja all the other African countries no. And the abrofuni decide say Africans koswa say omo beye industries they will not patronize our product. Until yes ebe crash your factories no. But Nkrumah say no, if they will not patronize in our sub-region, no, and your man ye no, with persistence, and a concentration on doing the right thing for long, no, you build credibility with your buyers. What you say? Your partners now almost turn you a few on, and no, so build the consistency, now the truthfulness, now the hard work, now the quality. Esa semua. O ye na de toto UK de ho kra to one who say bottles here free Ghana ebe eye papa sen de free UK and Holland eba obeja no aba. It is not going to be that simple say obia UK for na supply Nigeria for bottles sa na all of a sudden omu beja be Ghana de. We all know say anytime you are sending any new product onto the market, you have to struggle. But when the people accept the products, all the losses you incur, you will recoup all of them back. In Nkrumah Hunsa Nyoma Wina, and Nkrumah did not target the first 10 years in book. Because in business, no, the short-term plan, no, we have company beyond himself 5 years, no, at least that is the short-term plan. Long-term plan, from 10 years to 15 years, long-term plan say after 5 years, corrections near the other. Also glass factory see, and Nkrumah saw the need, say a time was going to come in our economy, say people will relish decorating their houses with what glass wares, and so yes, CB, so that Uluva one now auto sliding way now what is show diamond ye finino. A glass and any piece and every piece of glass you import from outside the shores of Ghana, no, you have or you are sending equally sending the chains of employment to that country you imported the glass from. And one who said John Mahama can't say we say people had shown interest in Aboso glass factory the way people showed interest in Commander Sugar Factory, and it wasn't a word of mouth. He actually worked towards reviving the sugar factory no back, no, or revival, no, nankwasiafu yabiguno. Takwafo, when this guy was preaching the good news to you that he was going to revive Aboso glass factory, let's assume that Aboso glass factory is still in operation. Do you know the chain of employment this thing would give to you, the people in Takwa? Said, Shenyoma akwani ye. T.
Factory and others are going to be looked at and would be available for revamping. We will continue disbursing small loans under the MASLOC to different businesses. Like I said, we will expand the Youth Enterprise Support Program. Our major, let me take the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority first. We're going to expand the investments in the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority to achieve the following. One, construction of more irrigation facilities to irrigate up to 5,000 hectares of land in the Savannah belt.
So but emreno yebeko so abonin kakran di akyeremo. Yebebonin kakran di akyeremo. We 2016 no, before say omo manifesto ni ba no, president na nya time e be gina ho emma the highlight of the pinpointed critical aspect some 4 thematic areas are who say a very necessary say or near bese NDC communicators Mahama was so far or Ghana for 2016 because and Kwafona who feel say only or more political party back that the military political idea no ana ewo omutimu no omudi jeje ti say jeje enya kika no omfa hunwi ade no because you did not allow them to steal no they were reluctant, and they shared their responsibility. Instead se kwakwen anyi dowu ebe bo wa de hu de urodi atre Ghana for no na omote ho fight o said nia obi lose election so that they get you to fight you very well. One will say now what power no de kwakwen anyi dowu could not fight you. Obet na abonte no afidie he has the nerves to fight you because onim say one na brope and one Ghana ni bibini adwembone. Se ono no ya antwena mbata aban bi hunti no ene aban no emmo eno ne gobeno a ye sori ayedi no number no ye mre no ya ye bre enti number no te se de na munim no eno nie number no wo ho enti minua fa number no the number no na ekire wa adwen so ho eye WhatsApp Mr. Mo, WhatsApp nkoa o friend direct call a onsa enkame o friend direct onsa enkame enti eye WhatsApp nkoa na mefa WhatsApp call Mr. Mo munya aso na muntime WhatsApp call no ye bia tumu enti ubetimi na wa frame CCA ewo WhatsApp call no eso inti friend CCA number no me de ato ho some few inti wa wanya number no obetimi ahye anase obepini e de amame wo ho no mame amenhwe se metimi apikina me de ato screen so timo amohwe mo Ghana Loud Silence TV ni so no number ne da so WhatsApp call wo number ne dada no de eno anso do nsami aso die ntia me bebobo sa nyoma we mu nyina akye wo ne se obi ka akye wo se enyoma we ya mabobo so no ehun hia na emum no ye de GhanaCard se wo nsemu a you are cool to go sa nipa we beba waso eye so 2024 abesre to media free wo se fama no me say wan hweni a woto abama baomia obekwa akote ahaban de abrew no aka acho say ahaban ho won faso sen hospital mini number no yeah udi ni baby akasa free
hello
pacho udi ni baby akasa free
me dey Togo one me free Israel
Jerusalem Togo kasa
na won te san
Mr. me ho ye pa koso kasa
me bia boko de
wa busa me mesi me ho ye inti kasa
mentonka
Mr. Mobaswa because of time ninti no ho te se de ho ye no me ho nya anka ma metena me ho nya anka me hyede mu Mr. ye ntwa ne short na ye nko ye ni wa Mr. mo a eni die kwan so Mr. Odini baby akasa free.
Hello, Uncle.
Mr. Lower volume no o call net no. Why, Mr. Ne team or phone so.
Uncle, good evening.
Good evening, senior. My one uncle.
Pajana po mo
Miss Kasa me ho ye kasa.
Kasa fi
mankesim ye chia mankesim fo nti kasa.
Uncle pon hye mo ni adwuma pa mo ye.
Yo.
Isa MPP we for na men timo ase. So mbetumi akasa card the important is infrastructure. Na this MPP for mu say ye jinjim ye go man mu ana ase.
Medasi pa minia medasi. Minia odino baby akase free.
Yeah, I'm going to fresh Sweden.
Sweden, minia kasa.
No contribution. Yeah, Stockholm, Sweden. We're from Rasdi. Now, we're from then. Baumia, Sabita Frache, Baumia, Nagini, Sabu, never mission I will go, 85 Sadia Mankania, Facham, but Baumia Nagini, yeah, card. against this whole infrastructure. Mama bugo bugo. Yes, and that akufa do kwa no ya hafu kwa. Nkagana ya hafu ni nkadamu busa bodafu na accounting what you need come back as expected for them terminal train. But what are not down for the data of physical via while we are not going for economy so you have a new community. That the original academic ID card creation infrastructure a bay matter a which one cast aha you're not part of what you work in your and I didn't reach in Boka or resign.
I say.
Okay, next time you're
Martin, Timoba no more can short am I why na monko am kasa be block you be so chance. Me say odin baby akasa free.
Go to Mpacho, your friend me, Kevin Taylor.
Okay, Kevin Taylor.
Yeah, Miss Me Fro show so say Miss, I was listening to the conversation about digitization.
Okay.
The expose, you know, and all that you are saying. I think say a dream builder Ghana for some tears here. Politicians be Alpha Ghana for say Sibiu Dodo no Jimmy.
Minia Kevin, only just a mobile.
Obi tie nyoma bi say ya na say or churches say mu back it with facts not the video evidence did mama man say ho what yes like Osha the cry is terrible like ayana we yasa we ga I say obi treat you say I say won nim nyansa obi be cast in bi say won nim nyansa because like Andrew and I show about this same GhanaCard. Any show and then we Ghanaian as a civil member say, don't be an NDC person, I don't even need it. Member so many NDC me. But use what you like you know. Use what you like I said between in some and brand taking and brand taking. But me from a party to and I mention and one no. You don't need to have a PhD man go school team be
On say Kevin Taylor and Frey Miniano, Mincha Soto, Kevin Taylor no, on Frey will be a show. But so who say, Ukusia Pierre, we are net to say assembly day. Abba.
I think was I'm watching me normally maintain the opportunity in Sherman. It is the only time Mr. shows, you know. It shows saying I watch a lot every day I watch. But may I don't because I'm catching up for some sermon. So go to cast if you be out here on social media cast. Also, just small minutes be now was quite yet would you shame okay. Oh, Nebusa was say, I deal with no crane or canna. Now can just anchor about the better objectives I cast more kind.
Oh,
interchanges against GhanaCard. That's what you know why I was saying. Boss, may enjoy a bit yet I was it. But hey, yo, it is sometimes I was saying about way being a stuff, man. Remember, the office na me show them say Edio. If you me show them you how somebody sees it. But Mr. Martinez na me share people bringing out facts and Edding boss. Yeah, stuff. All I was saying is say
we baby you could do nsuko pa nyinya videos we the buy no. Wo kwa wo betwam. So,
oh yeah. Oh yeah, boss, but I'm going for some friend now.
Mate.
We are here, you are live on Los Angeles TV. You monitor, you make sure say no crime going you push it. I don't know what the benefits Ghanaian that's what
it.
We need, boss. That be sure.
On so Kevin. On sharp.
Sure.
Minia. Aye. Enna orecord no. They say ye on kasa kra no a. O tin sem ni bia me say e heart wrenching etintimu akoma. Inti Kevin wa friend di amanfo bebre gusu ntino ene de mesre say loud silence no umbema America kraka ona Ghana fo nso akire wo mo adwen tie da se wate ase onti ase kura no a obeti ase Minia but we did baby agaze free.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
But yo masama mo wa me ka say ene say aban nya dia obeti ma boaye say asma wo kan nyina no akohwisama Ikan ba wi ane me na akofade nyina akohwisam Send Mrebo Okojina Yendi say, Dada Yana say, obey water project I'm on. Up to now, you wish you were. And he, I bet you some menka. We are more bucky into your bumpires and young open when you know freedom. That's it.
Medase, Minia. Hey, I told Quasi about. Oh, your course in the bar neighbor. Me who be a course in the crack way. I could say. Many about Jodini baby a Casefree. Nana, Aquaba, Kumasi, Mitia Kumasi for you now. One I miss me through my say.
No, Namishana, many Ajimu Auntie. And I'm better because we medium better because I'm on the Mumbo, what I say, Mumbes, Yina, Kofa, because I'm almost still not for your tissue.
And until I buy Namo so share or internet and so now you buy no one say now they are to WhatsApp groups anymore. Now man for what the year can. What you are saying? Tear that say why any short there my. Yeah, that's it. Now more support to TV station because someone support to na say. Yesi kasa na ye ntimi anrane you know anrane TV no a ensem no munya binti nti no mon first can emrana yenko ene na munjai emutu ni tiri ho na mo diska ni di no. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Kevin, Ojinasun to better pa. Open you didn't baby, I got free. When you're ready, and for before fro. But you didn't baby, I got free.
Someone, Dennis in here.
Oh, Dennis has someone, Aquaba.
Boko dear.
I'm here. Patrol can shot my.
And I could do be Charlie Ghana for you. It is a whoop.
Sound.
It is a move. Oh, it is a move. It's no, it could do it. I don't know. I dream of for my say you my dear, papa. Because in Kumasu Sao, in Kumasu Baye, or by Yama be brave, but Ghana free and I Omayana over to the free so. Her mamma back, Uti Mama, who was the night the man was a visionary person. She Ghana phone, I said we have to wake up from our slumber. Yeah, that too much. Ekufa don't know, near the papa beard in my head. Ekufa has nothing better for us. Ekufa,
Dennis. Open your car about dinner baby I can say free.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, senior. Aquaba. Tiko Casa Casamay.
Friend me Jacob Maker.
Abeka, me chabeka for you and Yanko Yanim.
Yes, sir. 2016, me take campaign, mystery. Or messages no more Yama about the mystery. But Ghana for is to put too low to vote for them. And to be honest with you, me and NDC MPP. I can say, Ghana, I better fire one day. I think said that I better boy, and development not done any other thing.
That's it.
That's it.
Open you dinner baby I can say free. It's your wow about you dinner baby I can say free. When you're ready. When you're ready, Sandia. But you didn't baby a casa free.
Yo, what's from now? I mean, casa free
Germany.
Now, Messi, Ghana for my Obertian. In 10 years, yes, he imparts papa. Listen, build out, you know, or the catching him away, yes, he imped. But me obey on yet if you know so be ya. And then just the GhanaCard or yes to be bella. Baumia, well, I am a bamba do I. Yamino Butchio count.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Many I didn't baby a casa free. Some hey. Song. Ain't any man on my sense in a video but could be your I think say I did not play that video. When my bow will more case me say nunia. Let me see, let me see. Say be a nunia.
Under the Bui Dam has a component for.
Let me see. Let me check, say. Let me check. CBA way and I say.
We commenced the construction of a new medical school, University of Ghana Teaching Hospital. We established the University of Energy and Natural Resources. We also established the University of Health and Allied Sciences.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. On what to say, we didn't be a cassa free into Coson fast, my yin and I who yentino.
Yes. You make us a meeting the Nelson now, make us a table.
A table with your Monte Casa.
Yes, I mean, somebody to my partner. In fact, yeah, bro, you woo. Yeah, titi, you who be there for your 12 bafu. The cost your 4 about 2 power, yeah, bread. How can you say Ghana? I don't want to see interchange. What do you mean? Me and that's so fresh. I never we saw a doctor. Devin doctor in Toronto Abusu, but a year passe TV we apa nipa adwinimu ebi. Now go punch ramoni to my palm here.
So.
Amen.
Meaning, I didn't be a cassa free. So, didn't be a cassa free.
Hello.
Meton can to dini baby a cassa free casa yatonka.
Oh, boss. Yeah, good evening.
Yatonka panticasa, Ode casa.
Yeah. Yeah, Misha Mushu na moyo a traditional. Na me so me pesa me comment ka cry phone.
Kasa. Men tie hu o TV ni so esa be delay conversation no tie me wo phone na on me kasa ni so.
Yeah, now I was saying say bibia yan wo no wo hwa Mahama ni njuma wa ye wo bibia ya wo no papa no wa ya de pa sa polyclinic na wo kan asem so. We see ebi ewo ye ho o chief zone adi na wa ye bi na de. Nti ye kasa nyami sira Mahama njuma pa oye.
That's it.
Na about umiani issue no can say GhanaCard and win no dear and the Ghana first won't forget no. But that's it.
It smells as a pa.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
I mean sure we do a power, you know. All right.
Yo, minia udini baby akase free. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, udini baby akase free. Miso lo de wo wechi no na ne kasa wo phone ni na mente kana. Okay, me da say. Kumasi. Kasa.
Mr. Me fair program about me that show. The empress me can and said the amount of say at least see how much me identify mischiefs, you know. That lady no pure mischief now wow unveiling. Last time no University of Ghana Medical Facility in there. Okay, one sema but who did it no waka.
Omunye ebe ko mun krobom.
Another way.
Ebe ko mun krobom.
No, what said that? Politics. Straightforward. You see, hypocrisy me you na yebebre.
Yebebre, bi ba bi bebre asibi. Yo, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, mpacho dine baby akase free.
Go to.
Yes, sir.
Because African Ghana, which are very consequences.
Mate, kasa, minia.
Nyame akosite. I come up again Baomia offer Ghana Jimmy for GhanaCard is better than flyover. Wow. NDC for Munkasa, you know, Munkasa, Munkasa, cool of yes, I'm for a
informations. Yes, no, more chance. I won't catch a guy. NDC from penny for Muti and now
when ye NDC from penny for Asemo, once while ye gun and you know. A drum ribbon and your man being Koya, and Cotran was said political party be leader and encouraging some me control. Once so two who see her, what tin no crabia, and ye politics as a move. Cano credit se unia, na chinebi, se nipa no cotton quasia back or becca say, Ubi can say which then. Timinia medase, Yamfo before.
Right, yes, you can all come.
About him, Aquaba, didn't be a Casafree.
Casafree, Bono East.
Bono East, Mamma Casa.
Pacho, Kentam for you, Medasi.
Maunisu Kakrama, why, Pacho. Maunisu.
You, Medasi.
Who could two quanja, we I saw when I am redo into Maunisu.
The American say, well, said the GhanaCard in some way. Sabi, Obi or one, you know, who said your Baba vice president and our president. Indeed, Obetum Sana and F. Because the Baumia excuse me to use this word, as will be a Sabi, ne woman be at it. Na Barcelona Pano, no Casacasa. Because how can you, a full grown man like Baumia, vice president, Ubejina Ghana for him, and I'm saying MPP abaying Ghana for Nanado, any team, or Mofa Ghana for any shinty. Now Ubejina will naso. Now what me back say? A friend is saying GhanaCard, yes, and thousands of interchange. Because we won't mean interchange.
No.
Mobile 6 years, a car mabo, a chrono mabo Ghana for corruption scandals, a Ghana. Once mean for a will be any even cheap compound Ghana. And it is a wish Nanado Namamon, they know nothing about governance. Or we any or my bone or my prasetia or what the other say or mine. Now the American Ghana for Nan say, Yaswans will aswa and son. Say, you will send another Medibia. And Kagana for because he will be the best president of this country. Yen in Yomadia Kwame Kumasa Nana, on person Commodina. John Mama Faso na John Mama no your friend time you ubekumi achiro kunyame ansana wabekumi enti nyankopon sai wo John Mama sunti no o ma ye de umbetini bi omuntini
yadase
eno na ama wabre o mabre o mugu o mu ani mu afe enne nyame achiro mo ka
yadase mami
wo to papa so ani friend ni kura hu to kuro di ade nso na MPP for the chronic
yadase yadase me unia odini baby akasa free.
Yeah, I'm going to Francis from Belgium.
Francis, okay,
thank you for the good work you are doing for Mother Ghana.
Thank you.
Last you called and you show about that Amma mentioned a video about University of Ghana, and I boldly told you that lady, I know her background of way of doing things, of politically belonging to the NPP. And you can really bear with me that when she was talking about that University of Ghana Medical Center, she never mentioned the person who built it or the administration who built it. That is the type of people they are. They pretend to see the effort of people doing good things and rather malign them to their own mischievous ways. Listen, I say a time is coming. Those who are not ready to speak the truth, the majority or the populated Ghanaians who rule over them, there they will see that the power belongs to the majority, not the minority. Thank you for the good work.
Thank you so much, Francis. Minia, Yemfa, within baby akasa free. Cape Coast, Mechiamo, Yanko Yanim.
Kasa na kakra ebe kafa issue ne woni say Ghana hananga particular no dodo na into kan no munyi ma dia Mahama ye enti ya na tanti bibia o obi wa kasa on kasa yi but ye hwemu an kasa nso a de Mahama be ye no akufo do onye mu kwata kra yesterday on be cheche fine ne rages any ade o people e wan wa say yes o mu election about election much chadi achi net do na munyi na boss nya some kitwa nti Ghana for na say we asem na ja dey to aba so Ghana for nyina for say o mo say mo so ba
that's it
na nya say travel region aba to na e betu no Ghana nso me that's
it pa Ohima Akwawa. Hello. Odini baby akase free, mami.
Hello, bro.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah, good evening, bro.
Yeah, ya jo super.
Ya misha ukidima for ye pan, ya misha pan.
Misha onso.
Bro. Ga MPP for mu fi say Ghana for ye jinjima na saden. Ye njimi yo. Oba o mba ye hwe na wo kase GhanaCard ya de papa ese ye mfulo a na wo patch saden. Bro, nyamisha eduma pa ye efri say Mahama by nyoma wabe enya video ameshanka minim sa Mahama wa ye nyoma bebre kra o. Nyo video amesha na video kwa mi shokra na mi trasisi ya me pesa me fan to groups na adi ya me wo mo na me fan Christo obi an
and same way 2016 or can you we sasade ne yante and no
are you very serious?
Yes,
Are you very serious, bro?
Any hospital ye obubo osu nyina na aka nwure mu no.
Are you very serious? Me kwapo when some work kwa na shock me because you know my papa you why here.
Inti afi de some what ya say de inti anyoma na ka nwure mu because nkofo ne say ye yempe development yempe fiscal infrastructure yempe ID card inti the ID card be se mboto nti munye din na monje ID card na mfanto aduane ni.
Even no ID card ye kwa ye kra so amba mfaso bia.
Mini odini baby akaze free.
Hello, make a stop on from Kwame.
Stop on, okay.
Yes, sir. Masa, but me one payment. Sometimes never pay some man or another. Why? Because never pay this in I don't want to see you, and I brother force him. Now, that's me. Don't know my more from Bank of Ghana. Now, my force in sir, we should do one can. Until we go so to go in this for no more job. Na kan so me mo payment. No go no my son go away.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye.
Bye. For last but for 2 calls me for. Yeah, mini akwa. Mini akwa. When you're ready, for before from. Oh, these are some of the things. When you're ready, no be afraid. Now block your man for chance. Eh? Mini akwaba.
Yo, yeah. Ngoto.
Yes, madam.
What you say? You're not sure. Maybe I don't say.
But you didn't baby akazefree.
Yo, your friend Nalamli. When you say me free in Deutschland, when you say you're super any you're not sure, any you baby I didn't know.
Yes, a war.
Because Mahama is swimming. So only they said on Canipago. Any and the Ghana for me say, me, Nala, me say, in all. Yamin actually, young Moshi, Yamin Shroud.
We shroud so.
So only they said on Canipago.
Senior Aquaba.
Yeah, Koto.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah.
My power, my channel. But we have some now, okay, and that's how many of Mama because Baumiano from the one. And some are not come 2013, 14, even on say, and some be our can be not or criticizing, not would need any alternative. It's a many Baumiakan and a young one. Look what would give Baumiano Kufuat, what if you Kufuat, everything about this man is lies. Me did this a Koto, me would give us a Kufuat, the teacher, creature, and concern, and yet, be a woman in the fake. From Sukuya, from the way I saw Wosika, to be also Woska, what's not 80 something years, mostly Woska. Oh, it's a Ghana for Yana Yama and Hokama, a Kufadra Dada. If you are man who can the wood,
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
As a Damson Coma, your friend say, your friend say, Captain Smart, one way of Mamma, would be money or mine of a plus and almost in a poor man of Kufat, almost yet or Mossy.
That's it. That's it. Last call near for program number we course in those. You can see the change to the Adaji boy. Miss Odini baby, I can say free.
Yes, and Kuto, yeah, Medini Usman, the Casafi landed, yeah?
Yeah.
Who share near Bomia, yeah, now. This is an Kevin Khan, a strategy say Ghana Cardinal. On per se, almost the 2 Ghana for him say, young person only for next election. That is very important. So, I'm not
the
and the idea almost said that if you are 2 Ghana for him say, near everybody, and you know, I said, yeah, where say, Sa Ghana card in there, you're rejected for that, Sa identification for that, regulation, person of the man.
Yeah, that's it.
And you know, we know why, near who say, very important.
That's it.
Now, but we don't know if or white Muslim, maybe or no, this is
that's it.
Bye bye.
Last one. Yeah, infamy. Unia, fire we program no. Udini baby akase free. Udini baby akase free. Onye ready. Udini baby akase free. Hello, Udini baby akase free. Hello. No. Brenna nya bre entimi mfa course ni because ni dawson pa omo nso de asoden ye ka se men frɛ through a friend say caller ho anso na obefrɛ afa ye mfa nso obekɔso ayere afrɛ isi ebre no ayebre e wo se ma room na ada we say ni so no other programs nso ebesin twagu inti ye de be see na me pese me di video we I think say be video we no videos ni do so na
we should have achieved universal water coverage. The projects we undertook at the water supply system.
It's not this one. Mepe bakubi Mahama 2016 na oka se obe empower kaya yifo na wama more skill training already no di kaya yifo be over be se thousands of kaya yifo more training under sa training program na ono di ba no na ba omia ni akufado dina honom se omo besi hostels di amakaya yifo na makaya yifo no abedem no mo akoso adane nkoa me yase mi hu ba bia sa video yafa na nka me mbɔ nkyɛ mo na me mfa bibia mra wiye amehwe I think say it's going to be here anywhere here. Let me see say we are
under the Bui Dam. The Bui Dam has a
this one.
We commenced the construction of a new medical school, University of Ghana teaching.
I think say me hu ba bia video no akwa say but eno na meka no ti no ye de be si ha sei na ebre foforo e be sanya e be friend ne no ye de ayi wo frame no mean to me in fact because my WhatsApp calls on Kwana me share say message be aba ha say ya na me hwe de ekoso nyan adofo oma ye fancy ha say ebre no enya aye bre na ye dia video no emrepem no mebo e de video no e de a kire mo na me nka obi bia ho na mo nkoso antie no kre ye de no kre pepepe na de bebre o ye metwa ntro ne akwehwesem bia mfa nkyiro bibia ya kra mo da sene ye besehia koso na fa ntoboa eboa na la silence media no intimi nyina near several rights with the ipso facto, the unadulterated words of politics. Yakramo. Bye bye.